Hi there folks, hope you're enjoying your sim racing. I am having an immense time at the moment in Automobilista 2 by Reza Studios with the GTEs, i.e. these cars here, this class at this track. And that's Nuremberg Vidal. Reza have been doing a lot of updates on the AI. This track has several times been updated, so the AI pass on this track are now just near enough perfect. Also, they've been doing updates on the calibration of the AI, not just their general speed, but also their speed or skill level or ability between racing in the wet or racing in the dry. These GTEs, way back in the development of Automobilista 2, they were, you could set them to, say your skill level was 110. You can see I've got my skill level set to 110 there. I used to have to set them at 120, but now they've got them faster, so I can have them at 110. I get a very challenging race. But in the wet, they would slow down. As soon as it started raining and the track got wet, they'd slow down to a snail's pace. But with the new calibration, the AI now if I race these in the wet at 110, I'm keeping with them at 110, and then when it gets wet, I'm still keeping with them. It's great. They've really nailed it. But I have to say, each class is there is a difference between their speed and my speed slightly when it goes to the wet. But I've had an idea, and this isn't just for Automobilista 2, although I think with the speed that the devs update Automobilista 2, they could be the first to do this if it got taken up as an idea. But people's ability in the rain, I find, tends to vary wildly. For instance, I've got a mate of mine who I race with quite a lot, Flip Flops, you know who you are, and me and him are usually within tenths of a second apart on tracks that we both know well. I get a really good challenge for him. However, I'm pretty quick in the wet, whereas Flip Flops, and he'll say this himself, he's not so good in the wet. So as soon as it starts to rain, I'm way ahead. And because people's ability varies so much in the rain, I'm thinking that there is, even with the best calibration in the world, when it starts to rain, the AI might end up being too fast or too slow for you, depending on your ability in the rain. So here's the idea. So, say you've got your skill level here, which goes from, is it 70? Yeah, 70 to 120. Now, if you could make that a slider, so you've got a slider here that you can change from 70 to 120. If you had that, and then below it, so where max aggression, if you put another slider there named wet ability, and with that slider have it at 0 in the middle and minus, say, up to 20, minus 20 or plus 20, so you could adjust their skill level in the wet. So say at 110 they're at a certain speed. When it gets to the wet, if you're quite slow in the wet, you could then take that slider down to minus 5, or if you're really slow in the wet, minus 15, or all the way to minus 20. Or if you're really good in the wet and you find the AI too slow, so based on this figure here, you could then go up to plus 15, plus 20. So if you're an alien and you're already racing the cars in the dry at 120, but then you find you're faster than in the wet, you can then plus 20 on top of that 20, or if you're slow, minus 20 on top of that 120. I meant 120. Anyway, that's just an idea, and I thought that could work for all sims, because I find, say, in R Factor 2, some of the classes are really, really super. I'm pretty good in the wet, but some of the classes in R Factor 2, as soon as it starts to rain, I might as well forget it. I can't keep up. You could use it in ACC. Tell me what you think of that little idea in the comments. I'd really love to hear what you think of that. Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it would work? And if you're involved in any of the sims or you're a dev, is it even possible to do something like that? Anyway, just an idea. Enjoy your racing, and I'll see you soon. Cheers. If you want this channel to survive, do me a favor and hit subscribe. May seem like a small thing to do, but it enables me to make more videos for you. By hitting that button, you can help us thrive. Subscribe and keep this channel alive. Don't cost nothing, don't take no time. Come on now, keep this channel alive.